Live from like the stoplight newsroom. This is Jen. I'm Ryan. Welcome back.
This is why I do the intro. Hi everyone, I'm Jen, this is Ryan, this is 3 Good Minutes. We are office created at Newmark, and yes, we are sitting in front of a stoplight because one of the joys of producing this show every couple of weeks is finding just unique items within office spaces, and this is going to qualify as such.
We've had mannequins.
Mannequins, yeah. We have some things we haven't shown you.
That's true. We should really do an outtakes. We should do an outtakes episode.
Maybe we will.
Maybe that's coming to you soon.
But in the meantime, we're going to talk about industrial real estate. Everyone's darling.
So industrial, we all know, has done very well. Industrial clients, prospective clients, friends, colleagues, this one's for you. All right. Every tenant is frustrated with industrial real estate because those coming off of 5, 7, 10-year leases, and even those coming off of 3 and 4-year leases are looking at 100% increases.
It's like 75.
Wow, that almost got me in the face.
That's what the rents are doing. They're smacking you in the face in industrial.
It's true. They're smacking. See, they're smacking you. So you see 50, 75, 100% increases and think this is impossible.
And then the landlord tells you, I don't care if you pay it or not, because if you don't, someone else will, which makes you feel really warm and fuzzy inside.
Right. So what happens when you're a tenant rep advisor is you don't get to look very good during industrial cycles like this. So how do you look good? Well, first part of it is
this is what Ryan really cares about.
How do you look good is by taking care of you, right? But part of taking care of you is making sure you get the space that you want. The other part of it is there's other things besides rent that should be focused on, like term lengths, termination rights, tenant improvement dollars, the quality of the building, securitization, options to renew, which are incredibly important.
Does the roof leak?
Yeah, what you're responsible for in in any building, but even more so in second generation buildings. There's other ways to sort of view success at all points, but certainly in a market like this. But the big question lately has been, when is it going to end for tenants? And it's really a two-sided monster. One side of it is you don't really want it to end because most people that are in industrial real estate, their businesses are doing very well these days. The other side of it is the rents have gone up so much for those in lower margin businesses or those in even medium, mid-sized margin businesses. It's really challenging to make locations make sense. And so figuring out how to bridge that gap is really difficult. We put out a white paper, Newmark did, our research team did a tremendous job putting out a white paper about a few weeks ago now, actually talking about what the future of industrial real estate looks like coming out of this cycle. And most people believe, I am one of them, that in the next 12 to 18 months we'll be in a different industrial space than we are now from a demand, a rate, and a supply perspective.
So you're saying that there will be reduced demand for some reason, and then that will bring down rates and increase supply.
I don't think the demand can go up the way that it has in perpetuity. So I think there is probably a leveling off where supply has an opportunity to catch up a little bit, which allows pricing to maybe come down a little bit more. We've seen these 30% increases. Last year, I think we went up across the country, it was like 28% in a year. I mean, that's extraordinary.
And so many markets are supply constrained and there's not space to build it and they can't do it fast enough and construction costs are so high, they're also not building it.
I think the cities that are actually going to do well coming out of this are the ones that are the smaller mid-market tiered cities, not the major industrial ports, Los Angeles, whatever, New York, like the ones that are in the maybe middle part of the country and not necessarily in the Seattles and Los Angeleses of the world are actually going to do quite well coming out of this, or whatever the next phase of this cycle is. But yeah, our prediction here, you heard it here first, well, Newmark really, is kind of 12 to 18 months from now, there's a very different real estate cycle that we're looking at from an industrial standpoint that is probably more in line with what you've experienced in, over the last 20 years or so. That being said, the question was asked of us recently, yesterday, when prices come down, how far will they go down, or when they let up? Are we just in this new normal, as our client called it, of industrial real estate being so highly priced, and that's just that. And even if it comes down, it's 5%, so it doesn't really move the meter. Your thoughts are welcome.
On how much pricing is going to come down?
Yeah, if you're in Seattle right now and you're paying, $17, $18 a square foot, some of them touching on $20, are you going back to that $11 number you're accustomed to?
Not unless there's an overall economic correction. No,
But then do you go to 14, 15? Like how far down does it come because of this inflated market we're in?
I'm not willing to make that prediction because that's something you don't want to be wrong on. I don't think anyone knows.
I agree. I just want to see if I could get you to say it.
Oh, so that was you were tricking me.
Yeah.
Got it. So I passed.
You passed. I wouldn't give the prediction either, but I think it'll come down. I just don't think it's as much as people think.
I don't either. Great. We agree on something.
There you go.
Yay. That's your one good thing because you just gave me mine last week.
I did. I don't have one good thing this week. I'm not sure what I would do. It's October. I don't know. Oh yeah, that's right. Oh yes. You know what I did that I never thought I would do again?
I do know.
What was it?
I do know. You got married.
Oh, that's right. One good thing, I got married to the greatest person I've ever met in my life.
That is one good thing. All right, well, on that note, super genuine.
It is
It should be.
the greatest person I've ever met.
Thank you.
Lovely, smart, kind, thoughtful, great with kids. Literally don't have one bad thing to say. Not to you or the many of you out there.
Really hope you watched this episode all the way through. I'm Jen with a new last name. This is Ryan. And
Same last name.
we'll see you in a couple weeks.